Hey guys, it's Amber. Welcome to a new video. I'm in a new location. I'm filming in Utah at my mom's house, and I thought I wouldn't dive right into doing like a get ready with me makeup look or something because I'm just not sure how everything's gonna look. It always looks a little different on the viewfinder than it does when I actually film. I know there's some shadowing going on, but I'm working with the bathroom at 10:30 at night, so we're just gonna go with it. So I thought it would be fun today to do a anti-haul. Where are they now? I mean, there's so many new releases that get so hyped up, and then we think like, whatever happened to that? Does anyone even think about that? Does anyone talk about that anymore? Is it relevant? I mean, some of these things that we talked about and gushed over and wanted or hated or such a controversy, it's like, what happened to that thing? I don't even know. Is it in a drawer somewhere? So today I'm going to go over the products I mentioned in my very first product anti-haul. I actually did some videos titled anti-haul where I talked about going on a no-buy, and I talked about, you know, buying habits in general. But my first product anti-haul and what I'm using instead was in 2014. And so I was like, it's been 4 years. Let's go back 4 years and see what I talked about, and if I ended up buying it, if I regret buying it, if I wish I would have bought it. Let's just go. All right, so the first product I mentioned was the electric palette from Urban Decay. So when this palette came out, it was like one of a kind. It was these pressed pigments. They were super bright, shocking shades, and everyone was just like, oh my goodness, I need to have it. I felt the same way. I like bright colors. I was totally drawn to this palette. And I never bought it. And you know what? I don't regret not buying it because I feel like as much as those colors are bright and awesome, I feel like they are harder to wear. They're really fun for editorial or makeup looks, but I feel like I had enough bright colors in my collection. And now that I'm getting a little older, I don't reach for the brights as much as I used to when I was in my 20s. So I'm glad I didn't buy it. The electric palette, as far as I know, has been more phased out. And I know that it was found at places like Nordstrom Rack for around $25. So I know a lot of people were picking them up there. You can find them on various like used makeup websites, but I don't think they're being sold new anymore. All right, next is the Lorac Unzipped palette. Now I believe this palette is still being sold. I feel like this is one of those hidden gems that like has a really cult following, that people love it, but it's not something that's really talked about a lot. At the time it came out, it was super popular. Like Lorac had a moment, like everyone was using Lorac 1 and 2 and the Unzipped, and now like the 4 is coming out and it's like, hello Lorac, does anyone care about it anymore? I feel bad, but like no one's even talking about it. But you can still buy it at Kohl's. It's $42. Although I still think this palette is really beautiful, I never bought it. I don't regret not buying it. I feel like these colors have been seen over and over again. They were a little more unique at the time because they were just coming out with that like mega metallic gold finish. But now we have that everywhere, so I'm okay passing on it. Next is the Maybelline Master Glaze Blush. And when I saw this, I was like, I don't even remember that product. I feel bad. Like I mentioned it in an anti-haul, which means I actually wanted it. I have no recollection of this product whatsoever. I feel like it could still be being sold, but no one ever talks about it. I did find out on Walmart.com, but it was being sold from like a third-party seller, so I don't know if it was discontinued. But I mean, I don't think it was ever a big hit. It's a cream stick blush. It wasn't something people were, you know, it's not one of those ones that have lasted the test of time. So I'm glad I passed. Next is the Mirabella lip pencils. Now Mirabella was fond to my heart because when I worked in a salon, my very first salon I worked in, that was the makeup brand that I used and I learned on to apply to other people. We used it in the school I went to. So Mirabella was like near and dear to me because it was the makeup I used when I first started doing hair and makeup. It's what I learned on, and it was just very simple. Makeup back then was very simple though. I was not this extreme talented makeup artist ever. I'm not now either. But I mean, I did very super natural looks. It was just very basic. I never was like, wah, and wings weren't really a thing. So that has all come recently. But whenever I'd go to the beauty supply store, I'd see their new displays and I'd really want it. But the bottom line is I was like, no one really ever cared about Mirabella, and I know that sounds sad. I think I still have some of their products. Yeah, I still have some shadows and maybe a blush from them. But it's like, it never really caught on in a big enough way that I really wanted to keep purchasing it because I didn't feel like I could really talk about it on my channel. And even though the products were good and I could get them for a good price, there were other dupes that I was finding that were just as good for even less. So even though I was getting it for half price, I could get even better deals on other products that I was liking just as much. So I'm glad I passed. Okay, next are some e.l.f. products. These are the e.l.f. Smudge Pots and the Blush Palette. And both of these I actually did purchase. So at the time I was going to be using my L'Oreal, I think, the little, I forget what they're called, those little, you know, paint pot things, which again had quite the moment on YouTube. But I decided to start phasing out some of those non-cruelty free items, and those dried up, and I got some of the Smudge Pots. And although I have decluttered some of them, I still have some in my collection that I still love. I don't regret buying them. I think they're great. I thought they were a great choice. Now, I'm not sure if they are still selling them. I know they have discontinued some of the shades because I've seen them pop up in like Dollar Tree and stuff. But overall, I still like it. I still recommend it, and I'm glad I tried it. Now, as far as the blush palette goes, I think for the price, I probably got on a 50% off sale. I'm glad I tried it for colors, and I have decluttered a lot of things over the years, and I believe that I took one shade out of it that I liked and made a little quad, and I decluttered the rest of it, so I kind of have it still, but not completely. So I don't regret purchasing it because I got to review it and try it, and I used it. But it's not something that I would ever probably purchase again, or I would just be like, oh, this is a must-have. So yeah, just kind of neutral on that one. Next is the NYX Butter Lipsticks. I was really excited about trying these. It just seemed like, I don't know, like lipsticks were just like coming back in, you know, lipsticks were just coming in. It was all about the lip butters and butter this, butter that. And although I still have NYX Butter Lip Gloss that I like, I never ever purchased any of the butter lipsticks, and I actually heard they're kind of drying. I ended up decluttering all of my NYX lipsticks, even the regular ones, because I just didn't like the smell. I just found that whenever I wore them, they'd like look pretty in my videos, and then I'd take them off and be like, I don't like the smell, I can't stand it. So I'm glad I didn't purchase them. And although they're not something I'm drawn to purchase, I do believe they are still being sold on the NYX website. Somebody must have liked them. Next is another NYX product. I feel like NYX also had its moment, like everything was NYX or NYX, like it was super, super popular. I remember their blushes were the little square pans that had like little dots on them, and those were so popular. Everyone was comparing them to MAC and duping everything. And then they brought out their baked blushes, and I really, really wanted to get those. And they still sell them. They're $7, but I know, honestly, I have been disappointed by more NYX products than I love. I do like their NYX, I do like their Epic Ink Liner, but a lot of their products I just didn't like as much as I thought other people did. So I'm just not as drawn to buy NYX products. So I'm totally fine that I passed on this because I got plenty of blush. Next, I did something a little different that I haven't done in a while, and I actually named companies that I wanted to purchase from. So the first one was City Color, and I was just saying, I want to make a big haul and just buy a bunch of City Color stuff and try it all out because it was inexpensive. And I did end up doing that. I ended up making a big haul. I did a giveaway part of it. I do have a few things left from that haul, but I did declutter most of it just because I used it, I tried it, I liked it, but I had other items I just loved more. Not that it was bad, but I just, you know, if you like something else more, I just would rather keep that and use that instead. Also mentioned two companies I had not tried anything from. One was Makeup Geek and one was Too Faced. And I still have not tried anything Makeup Geek, but I have a lot of Too Faced. So I talked about the chocolate bar. I have purchased the chocolate bar. I also have the pink chocolate bar. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting what my makeup's called. So I have those two. I also have tried other various Too Faced products over the years. I have really liked a lot of their products. I still have yet to try anything from Makeup Geek. I don't know. I feel like, again, all of these brands at that time were super hyped up, but I feel like Makeup Geek kind of slowed down bringing out new releases, and they just brought out their Power Pigments, but before that, like, you didn't hear much from them. I know Marlena has gone through a rough time. She went through a divorce. She is working on a new clothing line, so she has a lot of things going on in her basket, but I feel like her makeup company is still very successful. I feel like a lot of people still have and use a lot of her makeup. I just don't know that it's like as talked about, because for a while it was like NYX. Like everyone was duping MAC with Makeup Geek, and it was just like, whoa, look at these singles, they're so much more affordable. Anyway, that was everything I included in my first anti-haul. I can't believe that was 4 years ago. And I think my hair is so long. It's like dark. I mean, I know I recently grew out my bangs, but I'm like looking at all the videos with bangs and I just look so different. I'm like, what? I used to feel like my forehead looked so weird when I didn't have bangs, and now I think, oh my gosh, it looks so weird with bangs. It's weird how you like get used to seeing yourself away, and then anyway. That is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!